are three main ways Ingressive Capital focuses on competitive advantages or value add to the founders that we invest in. The first one is access to limited partners or later stage investors. So as I've mentioned before in some of the videos, the way that a venture capital fund works, which is what we have, is we raise money from corporations, individuals, family offices, and we put this capital into a vehicle called a venture capital fund. And then we exchange equity for cash in various startups until we've deployed the whole pool. So those individuals who have given us money to invest in startups in the ecosystem are called limited partners. And we were really, really strategic about the limited partners that we selected to be a part of Ingressive Capital. 80% of our LPs run later stage investment vehicles. We specifically targeted those that run the top ones around the world. We have investors who run Foundry Group, DST, First Round Capital, Y Combinator, Techstars, the list goes on and on. So the idea is we write an early stage check in a portfolio company, and then that portfolio company is seen by all of our limited partners. And we host annual events and quarterly events sometimes to showcase those companies that are raising. So they get first access to be seen by top global firms. The second way that we support portfolio companies is through market access and business development. I mentioned 80% of our limited partners run later stage funds. The other 20% are core operators. We have guys like Jack Dorsey, Alexis Ohanian's 776 fund, a number of other top global operators, as well as African families who run banking, telco, agric, oil and gas across Africa, so that not only can they support our diligence before we make the investment, they can test out the products of our portfolio companies, but after we've closed, they can help the companies expand across the continent and even be potential acquirers. The third way that we support portfolio companies is through our expert network. Ingressive Capital team members are all operators. We all have experience building businesses, scaling businesses, selling businesses in Africa and globally. We also have a network that we're proud to represent of founders that we've backed who have sold their businesses, who have raised tens or hundreds of millions, and who have scaled across the continent and beyond, and are happy to advise the next generation of founders. Through our limited partner and our advisor network, we have some of the leading top entrepreneurs and investors that ever existed. And those guys are excited to and ready to advise and support our portfolio. The last thing that's different with Ingressive Capital is that we really care about the mental health and holistic well-being of our founders. And with that, we provide credits. Not everyone uses them, but we hope that they do, for our founders to see mental health practitioners. That can be a therapist, a coach, whatever is most important to them. We also are there for the big moments and the little moments. As people who've spent the last decade building businesses here, lifting the ecosystem from the ground up, really investing our time and energy from day one in this ecosystem. We're allies, we're friends, we've been there, we've done it, we understand. And that means a lot to founders. We're not just the VC that sits on the other side of the table and slips a piece of paper over. We're there in the trenches with you. And we also hold spaces. We like to host dinners, yoga events, mental health and wellness events where founders can come and really unplug and relax and focus on what's most important to them. So with Ingressive Capital, of course, there's the strategic advisory. Of course, there's the investor support, but also we will help the founders become their best selves. And that's most important to us. So excited to meet you as a potential Ingressive Capital portfolio company and excited to show you what's most important to the firm and to our peers. Thank you.